on live.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Our final DCU week in review of the year, because there is no more DCU until the middle of January, as far as I can tell.
That is so long.
Somebody like to post. Okay, but anyway, so welcome to the show for this evening. Tonight we are going to discuss the final week of Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow, and we're finally going to get to a month worth of Designated Survivor. Due to technical difficulties, illness, family emergencies, and all sorts of other fun crap that's happened over the last Tuesdays of this last couple weeks. So,
because if it's not today, it's not going to be until January.
If it's not today, yeah, we're going to be talking about a month worth with the season, the mid-season finale. That's actually this coming Wednesday.
That's like our only show that's on next week, is it? Maybe.
I think Frequency and Aftermath are, because they're on until the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, respectively. Yeah.
So next week will be fun. We'll still have an episode.
So this last week was Lethal Weapons hiatus mid-season. Or so they said. We'll see. Right now, I'm kidding. I still need to watch this last week's Lethal Weapons. Oh yeah, he said there's like 18 something episodes or something. I don't know. Full season. I don't care. It's good. It's a good show. It's the best show. Go watch it. Go watch it, people.
Everybody go watch it. So Fox has to keep it.
Yes, Fox. Everybody go watch Lethal Weapon. And then this summer when 12 Monkeys comes back, everybody better go watch 12 Monkeys so we can get a
Everybody go watch 12 Monkeys. Everybody watch 12 Monkeys now so that you get going.
Go watch seasons 1 and 2 like right now so you are ready in July when season 3 starts, because I'm here in July for a starting date now.
Every year it's later.
I know, it's such a frustration. I'm going to take another drink just because it's a frustration. And
by the time they get to the last season, it's going to be like 4 years after. It's going to be...
I'm going to warn you. I'm going to warn you right now, kiddos. This may say Orange Crush, but it ain't just Orange Crush in this can right now. I'm enjoying myself tonight. Thank you very much. I've been miserable for the last 3 days.
Speaking of 12 Monkeys, today is Terry Metellis' birthday.
I know. I wished him a happy birthday and sent him dancing horses.
I wished him a happy birthday and did not send him dancing horses. But I also wished him happy birthday on Facebook.
Okay. So we can't push it back. Let's get on with the show. No more talk about that show that's coming this summer. You need to go watch seasons 1 and 2 on Hulu right now. Just drop everything. Come back and watch us later. Go start 12 Monkeys. You'll thank us.
It's also on G Plus and I think on Amazon. I bought the season on G Plus.
It is on Amazon Prime. She's right. Seasons 1 and 2 are for download on Amazon Prime, and season 2 you can buy the DVD on January 17th, I believe. I would have to pull up Amazon to look at that. So what I was going to say, back on topic. No more 12 Monkeys talk. We hope.
This time.
Right now. Let's go ahead and start with Designated Survivors so that we don't go through Arrow, Flash, and Legends and then be like, like we did last week.
It's too late. I'm too tired.
Exactly.
Conspiracy can wait. It's
conspiracy. So much conspiracy.
Dude, I was watching the most recent episode like half an hour ago, and and I had to remind myself it was only the 9th episode because I was trying to get all the conspiracy in my head. And I was like, how is this only the 9th episode? This is like a 3rd season episode.
Yeah, and if they don't leave us with an even bigger cliffhanger next week, I don't know what to expect out of this show after this week's.
There's like literally in my notes, there's 3 weeks straight of me going, when does Kirkman get a break?
Right? Shit. I literally, though, I do have a note in here that it totally reminds me of Maury Povich because of that one moment in not this week's episode, but last week's episode with his son. I totally had a Maury Povich moment in my notes. It's hilarious.
You are not the father.
The father.
all day, and then somebody falls on the ground.
Okay, we saw Leo again. Where the fuck is the daughter? The daughter, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the daughter's name.
3 weeks ago, I had a note going, "Where's the daughter?" And she hasn't come back since.
Now, we're 3 weeks beyond that. Still no daughter. Hello, where's your daughter, you two? You're not doing a very good job at being parents to her.
Maybe she pulled a Chuck like on Happy Days. She just went up the stairs and was never seen again.
Yes! She ran off to play and we never saw her again.
Speaking of Chuck, I love that the nerd is called Chuck.
Yes, I like Chuck. I feel bad for Chuck because Chuck's probably in for a world of hurt here soon.
He's about to get arrested.
Hi, kitty.
I think he's sweet on Hannah, though.
I think so, too. And I kind of ship it. I have never watched a intrigue show, at least not since, 24, where I shipped Jack Bauer and Chloe. I totally shipped Chloe and Jack Bauer.
I almost never watch political intrigue type shows at all, but my brain is trying real hard to find ships in this show. Like,
yeah, I kind of ship the guy who is the shit, I can't think of his name. I hate when my brain does this. His two main helpers that aren't Keenan Penn. I think I just said the wrong name.
Cal Penn.
Cal. I knew.
Yeah. Aaron and Emily. They ship each other.
And I ship them so hardcore, and it was so obvious at the end of this week's episode that Aaron ships himself with Emily. So
during like the second episode, I was talking on Tumblr with Redorculus about like. He was like, they work well together. And I'm like, they're going to work well together right into bed with those eyeballs? And that was like the second episode.
Yeah, I will be surprised if by the end of the season, if they're not in bed together. I will be shocked beyond belief, to be honest.
I am still just a little bit not trusting him. Like, so far he hasn't done anything terrible, but he's also somewhat mercenary.
Yeah.
People around, so like, I don't want to be taken unaware because he seems to be good. It's really hard to trust people in this show.
It is. It's very hard to know who you can trust, and it's like, oh, after this week's episode, who the fuck can we trust? Shit.
Speaking... As of this week, I'm really suddenly hoping that Mike, for the first time, is super good. Like, I never questioned him before until
this week.
Until Kirkman was like, "Here is every missing file from the government ever."
And the guy just before that, like, be careful who you show these files to.
Right?
So it's like
I really hope
that Mike is a good guy. Yeah.
Mr. Bodyguard is as good as he seems to be, because like somebody has to be, right? Like,
yeah, and I mean, I know we already know Hannah is a good person. We know Hannah's a good person. I have no doubt that Maggie Q is a good guy because she just doesn't play bad guys. Don't think I've ever seen her in the role of a bad person.
And also, like, if she was a bad guy, they wouldn't be trying to hit her with cars and stop her career and stuff.
Right. Exactly.
As soon as she started racing down that street, I was just like,
there was a car accident coming. Come on, where's the side blow? That is like one of the most predictable tropes. Whenever you have somebody who's rushing to get somewhere to give information to somebody that's super vital, they get hit by a car.
It's gonna be a car.
Hit by another car. Because it has happened in every show I have ever watched.
Totally what happens.
Like, I'm trying to think of what show it was I was watching.
Watch that. You haven't watched Lethal Weapon yet. I can't talk about it.
I know. It's killing me that I haven't watched it yet. I'm hoping to be able to get it in after my 90-minute mid-season finale of The Walking Dead tomorrow morning. Unless I feel like sitting up here and watching it tonight, which I might. We'll see. Because it should be recording right now. So I could technically go watch it once the show's over.
I was going to watch Librarians tonight, but then because dinner going late and everything, I didn't even realize it was past 8 until 8:20.
Oops.
And like... That's like the whole first act.
Yeah, I was literally sitting downstairs. I finished eating at like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I'll go up at 6:15 and take my shower. And then I'm like, oh, it's 6:20. Shit, I really should go take my shower. Oh, I'll just go up at 6:30 and take my shower. And then you send me that message about putting the show up at the top of the hour, and I'm like, oh shit, I better go take my shower.
So this is like the closest to on time that we've been in like weeks too.
That's and we were both rushed to be here. That was the awesomest thing. And just so you know, just so you all have a heads up. Let me see where to go. I don't want to look at the settings or the battery or Chrome. There we go. I have Twitter up. I have Twitter up. It's a white screen right now. Of course, it's going to be stupid right now. I have Twitter up, so if this computer freezes, I can jump right on to Hangouts on the tablet. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, the show will not be super long, and the computer will go, I hate you, stab. Okay, so, let's see, notes. So we have Jason being made to admit that he killed Nasir with poison after they caught Nasir, and Hannah and him went in and interrogated him. And I have the word cattleman written here, and I know that's not right. I know that's not the right spelling or even how it's pronounced, but
it's like Catalan, like the part of Spain.
Yeah, and this is the information Nasir gave them during their interrogation with Hannah and Jason, and that's the only information they get out of Nasir before he gets poisoned and killed. And yeah, that was, I don't know, it felt like a weak way to get rid of a character.
Well, like, there's no ground being gained so far. Like, lots of stuff is happening, but whenever anyone gets close, they get killed. And like, I still feel like it was an inside job. Like, even more than the end of the most recent episode said. I feel like, like, Tyr was also a pawn. Like,
there's something going on.
He was being manipulated just as much as Jason.
Yeah, and then it's like, I don't like McLeish at all. Even like, he survived, and at that moment, right when we have a survivor, blah, 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 I was like, I don't trust this guy, before they even started making it, so you didn't trust him.
Why would one person survive, right?
Yeah.
To cover their tracks, they should have let a couple other people survive. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like 4 or 5 other people.
A couple of janitors, like.
But they killed everybody but this one person.
This one person who's up and coming and just happens to be connected to the conspiracy we didn't know about at the time.
Yeah. Ew. I'm sorry, I got a nasty message. Ew, I feel so bad for my friend right now. She works at Target, and she just sent me, I am so fucking done right now. Someone literally left an open diaper just hanging out in the racks.
Ew.
Yes, ew is right. No, I want to type ew. Let me type ew. Thank you.
Target
no,
is
not Pee-wee.
Better than that.
I know. Target is like Target. You know, they're fancy.
Target.
That's what we always called it when I was a kid, was Target.
Target or Targueta.
Yeah, and then another little side story, we got a little further on Jeffrey Myers might be Leo's dad, and they got the test done, and then Leo finds out because asshole reporter shows up, and he's like, what do you think of the fact that, you know, your dad might not be your dad? That guy was such a tool. Oh my god,
that guy was such a tool. And then Seth brings him in to give him a stern talking to, and he's not like taking the sternness at all. He's just being a snotball in the middle of the lighthouse. Like,
yeah.
Shut up.
And then so then we go through all that, the whole episode.
Did it?
Yeah, Winona Earp did it because that's who she looks like.
It's because that's who it is.
Is it really? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Winona Earp fans. I don't watch that show. I have so many shows, and it's so hard for me to get them all in.
Yeah,
and that's not even.
She has her hair lighter in this show, but like.
Oh, okay, that might be why I didn't recognize her. Okay, look, it's like really hard for me to get more shows in because beyond the shows I watch for these 2 shows, I watch like 8 or 9 other shows. So it's like sometimes I can't add another show.
There's apparently a show about a thief and a hitman on one of the T channels, TNT or TBS or something, and I was like, shit, that sounds really good. I don't need another show, but damn, that sounds good.
I wanted to watch Shooter because I really liked the movie back when it came out, and I was like, oh, I want to watch Shooter, and I'm like, I don't have another slot open for Wednesday nights.
As it is, I'm watching Scorpion like every 3rd week, and I just watched 3 episodes.
It's like Z Nation. I think its season finale is this Friday. I am literally going to watch them all Monday, like the last 3 episodes of the season on next Monday before I go house sit.
Oh my gosh!
Because otherwise, I'm not going to watch them till like the middle of January.
And I found out that the Misturns from Mythbusters, who I really missed when they bumped them from the show, they have a new show on Netflix that's out.
Well, Netflix is easy. You can just go watch it whenever. It's not like you have to watch it while it's airing.
Exactly, but it's another show.
And we have a hiatus coming up, so I mean,
maybe I managed to get 1 episode in the other night when I couldn't sleep, and it was freaking hilarious.
I watched
Cherry Byron,
the first 4. I think I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes of season 2 of Fuller House last week, and at like some point I just commented to one of my friends on Facebook. I'm like, the Fuller House family are just fucking constantly high.
No, like
because even the kids' reactions are like, what the fuck are you people smoking?
It's so weird. It's a really weird show, and it's kind of the same joke over and over.
Yeah, the only thing that like really had me cackle was they had the Thanksgiving episode, and Candace Cameron's character goes, "Oh, too bad Michelle couldn't make it." And Uncle Jesse leans back in his chair, looks right at the camera, and he goes, "Come on over, it'll be fun." And I'm just like, they don't want to do it, people. Get over it.
They don't do any acting at all anymore, I don't think.
No, they don't.
But like, I was watching when the first season came out, me and my sister were doing something, and we had it on in the background, and it just, it auto plays because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
We watched like 10 episodes.
The whole season? Yeah.
And we were just like, how did this happen?
I literally, I was cleaning my room, and I sat down to take a break because my room is big and it gets messy really easy. I'm a slob. Let's just put it that way. And I sat down, I'm like, oh, I'll just watch 1 episode. 4 hours later, shit!
Right? Like, it's not good, but it's weirdly watchable.
It's just like it draws you in. It's scary.
It's like subliminal messaging or something. It's like Hypnotoad.
Yeah.
Like,
and I will admit, there was 1 episode the first season that actually made me cry because I felt really bad for Stephanie. Have kids thing that really struck home because I can't have kids, so
yeah.
Okay, back to Designated Survivor. We're about halfway through
again.
Yes.
Maybe this is why we haven't talked about it. We keep forgetting to talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. So then we have the election for the House of Representatives, and
dude, that whole episode was hitting a little bit close to home. It was making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know. That was uncomfortable. We had the ricin poisoning going on, and it was the poll workers who were being poisoned by the ricin, and then we lost the 1 poll worker.
It was all because of it was all because of one crazy guy,
one crazy head.
That's the first time so far that it hasn't been conspiracy messing with their lives.
Yeah, it was just random asshole. But yeah, and then we lose the one, and that actually, that whole storyline confused me because Kirkman comes out and he goes, "Well, the elections are going to go ahead as said, blah blah blah. I'll be there to vote tomorrow." I just spoke to the daughter of the woman who died, but they didn't really make it look like he talked to her. It was more of he listened to her on the news and then went out there and said that. I really would have preferred even if it was like just a 2-minute scene of him talking on the phone to someone, or and even made it obvious that he was talking to the whole workers. Yeah, but they didn't. Yeah. It just made it look like he watched the daughter talk on TV and then decided to say, "I talked to the daughter," when he hadn't.
Yeah, that was weirdly edited.
It really bothered me. Yeah.
What got me was that they're like, we'll need at least 72 hours to make sure the polls are clean. But then they totally didn't take that 72 hours.
Right? I know. They're like, okay, here we go. Let's go vote.
Would it have been so damaging to delay it for safety? Like,
yeah, seriously.
Just have like EMTs on hand with the antidote.
Right. And then in the background. Oh, here's your shot of antidote. Here's your shot. You voted? Okay, here's your shot of antidote. Come vote. Possibly get poisoned with ricin, but don't worry, we'll give you an antidote shot after you vote.
Like you get your I voted sticker and your Band-Aid for the shot.
Yes.
I voted Band-Aid.
Yeah. And then in the background, this has like been a very active couple of weeks because in the background, Jason's son is missing.
Yeah.
And it turned out he was grabbed by a mysterious woman.
He was grabbed by totally not Olivia.
Yeah.
Even though she's got dark hair and a smooth voice and
actually was it I flipped it, I turned it on downstairs and Barbara came through the room and she's like, "Oh, is that Nikita?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's Maggie Q." And then like 2 seconds later they showed the woman who grabbed Jason's son and she goes, "Oh, is that Amanda?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think it's the same actress."
No.
But she said, "Oh, she looks a lot like her." And I'm like, "Yeah, she does, actually."
That would be hilarious, though.
It would be. It'd be hilarious. And then we just, like, randomly Aaron Stanford runs through or something.
And then I die, and then...
Yeah, we die, because, you know...
Our fandom organs explode.
Right? Our tiny little fangirl brains just go... And there's no more brain.
Oh my goodness.
So the mysterious woman.
I'm gonna lose all my tolerance to how adorable that cast is because of them making me wait so long between seasons. And then the show's gonna come back and I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna keel over.
I know. You know, the one good thing we have to say about that show and that cast is we don't get mid-season hiatuses.
That's true, and we do get almost daily updates. We were getting every daily.
Yeah, it's like every other day. Yeah, they're kind of all home-ish. Looked like they were filming today though because Terry posted a picture on his Twitter of I think him, Emily,
murdering again,
Aaron, and Amanda Schull, and there was a couple other people I didn't recognize. I think Damore Barnes was in the picture too. And I'm assuming it was for his birthday. Yes.
Because they're throwing axes again. They did that last year
are they?
too.
Oh, okay. I did not see that last year. I really didn't get as active into the fandom as last year as I've done this year. I've been more active.
I was on Twitter when the show was on, but other than that I wasn't, except that Danny had her on my blog, and she was running it a hell of a lot better than I'm running it now.
Oh, I don't even go on Tumblr anymore, so or rarely. Every once in a while I'll pop on there, but it's like I'm avoiding Rogue One spoilers right now because people have started seeing it. So it's like gotta wait a week. I can't see the spoilers. I can't know what happened. I can't know if they totally fucked up this franchise or not yet.
I don't know. Well, the guy who made it said that he showed it to George Lucas and he liked it.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
There's Will
Wheaton said it's his favorite since the first one that he saw the first time.
Yeah. Sorry, my ankle itched.
Me and my brother are gonna go see it next week.
As far as I know, me and Barbara and maybe 2 of our other friends are going to go see it on Saturday. We're seeing it on Saturday for sure. We just don't know who's going to be with us, if anybody. It could just end up being me and Barbara.
After we both see it, we should talk about it.
Well, I want to do a Star Wars show sometime during our little hiatus here.
Yeah.
And Barbara totally agreed to come on with us. So.
Ah.
So yes,
she doesn't come on enough. She's like, I'm gonna stay in the background. I'll pop up like a Muppet and startle you.
Yes, I am here. Well, I would be. I'm hoping to still be house sitting when we do that, so there won't be the weird, wonky sounds.
That'll be nice.
Because on the show, it gets weird. So then I totally we have Leo understands. He goes, I don't want to know the answer to this question about who my father is.
That is the most reasonable Leo has been since we met him.
Yes.
Like he's just been a disaster.
And I think the speech from Mike really helped with him saying, you know, father did all this stuff for me and I didn't meet him till I was 3.
Yeah.
I think that really kind of got through to Leo at that point, and that was awesome.
That's another reason why I hope that Mike is as good as he seems to be, because he's so in that family that it's going to be devastating. But that's why it scares me that he could be bad.
Yeah, and then after that, you know, Kirkman opens the letter and he deadpans the camera, so we have no idea. And then he goes and he speaks to the bitch lady, who I don't like, the interviewer that was trying to get in, what's his name's pants.
Poor Seth. Seth is like,
yeah, Seth, that's his name.
He's the main thing keeping the show from being oppressively serious.
He is. I adore him. He's so adorable.
And he also can't catch a break.
Yeah. Stop it. I'm trying to. So,
nobody in the show can catch a break.
Yeah, and so then I totally had my Maury Povich moment with Kirkman. You are the father.
Woo!
And I still don't know where his daughter is.
You are the father, but you're missing a daughter.
You're missing your daughter. Goodbye notes from 3 weeks ago.
Goodbye, old notebook.
Yay, old notes.
So
then, we opened this week's show with the guy. Okay, I was gonna say it right off the bat. I really don't like Hook Stratton, but I like her a little more than McLeish, because McLeish is a total liar asshole.
Hook Stratton is a hard ass, and she's not likable, but
she
seems
not
to
a
be
bad
not
person.
Corrupt.
Yeah, she's not a bad person.
She's like the only one who's not corrupt.
Yeah, so then we have a security breach at the NSA.
Hey, you
and
know
he
what?
stole this guy.
Last week in my notes, I was like, she's gonna hate it so much when she can't say as half of Senate.
Yeah. She's no longer half of Senate. She has to answer to other people now.
That's why she seemed extra pissy, because she can't walk around going as half of the House of Representatives, as half of the Senate.
Yeah, as half of the Senate, yeah. She's pissed that Kirkman didn't want her as VP. I bet you anything. She probably thought she was going to be VP.
At the time, it seemed like a bad idea to ask her, but now I think it would have been better than what we've got.
Yeah, agreed. Hair, get out of my face.
It's like, no.
I know it wants to be in my face tonight because it's still wet, and I only brushed it once, and I usually brush it like 4 or 5 times. So this guy breaches the NSA and steals terabytes of data.
in like some fancy new ridiculous hard drive that fits inside of a quarter.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I was like, yes, that is so cool.
He could have like smuggled that out by sticking it up his nose. Like, it's so tiny.
Oops.
I just smuggle it. I sneezed.
I sneezed and it just went right up my nose, dudes. Let me blow it out into my snot rag. Yeah. I went there.
You went there.
I did. Then they're talking about Jason's forced confession, where the mysterious woman. God, I feel like we're talking about 12 Monkeys with character names like Mysterious Woman.
Well, she's not as striking, so mysterious work.
No, she's not striking. She's not as pretty as our striking woman. So,
but
yes,
I can't tell if she's just like an intermediate or if she's actually in charge of things, but she's pulling a lot of strings.
Yeah.
And like, why did they have to do these specific things with these specific people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Why be this group of people? Why is this? What leads me to wonder is, like, McLeish completely involved in all of this?
Yeah, because like I said, I don't remember if we were on air yet, but earlier I said, last week it was looking like McLeish was kind of a pawn like everybody else, but this week it feels like he's in on it. So, I don't even know.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing hysterically right now. So I pulled up Internet Movie Database just to look at what the character's name is on Internet Movie Database for the mysterious woman, right? And they have written here, and I kid you not, the mysterious and calculating dark-haired woman.
Mysterious and calculating dark-haired woman.
Yes.
That's like that's like Jeff's threatening man on balcony.
Right? Yes. Jeff was a threatening man on balcony.
That's true. That's what it said.
So we talk about Jason's forced confession, and I'm like really kind of disappointed that like nobody's like, but this isn't like him except for Hannah.
Like, he's been around for flipping ever. He had no reason to do that. And when they kidnapped his kid and framed him for it, he hadn't yet even gotten on board with it. He was just starting to believe Hannah when she was talking. So why didn't they make Hannah confess?
Right. That it seems like kind of weird that they went with the guy who knew less.
Yeah.
But maybe they didn't have anyone they could grab for Hannah because Hannah's fiance died in the explosion.
Yeah. And she doesn't have any kids or anything so far.
Right. That we know
dun,
of.
dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. She could have kids at home. We don't even know.
Until this episode, we hadn't seen her even in her house. So, like,
right.
She could have like 17 kids for all we know.
Right. So then the guy who stole all the stuff from the NSA is releasing stuff on WikiLeaks.
Because that's where you go to release stuff.
Right? And apparently everyone's first question is, does the president have anything to hide? And, he's like, no, I have nothing to hide. Like, I'm going to tell you if I have something to hide.
He's like the only person in the entire show who actually has nothing to hide.
He's just such a good person. Like, I'm not Jack Bauer in this. I don't got a drug problem.
He never should have had anything to do with anything in the field. Like, he should have been on the fringes his entire life.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like literally using my hair clip to brush my hair because it's bugging me.
I'm trying to look like I'm sitting casually when really I'm trying to make my back stop hurting.
Oh, all right. Let's see. So Hook Stratton goes and sets the senator on Emily. Hey, look, I remembered a name.
That Senator Dickwad, he deserved everything he got.
Oh, he so did. He totally deserved every moment of the torture that Kirkman threw in his face at the end of this episode.
One of my notes is actually, why are all the senators dicks? Every time we meet anyone new on this show, they're an asshole.
They really are. I agree.
It's like a super jaded view of DC. If
like everybody here's a dick but Kirkman, and maybe Seth.
Everyone here's a dick but Kirkman.
And Seth, because Seth is nice. I like Seth.
And Seth hasn't been around enough lately. Like this episode, he was in a couple of scenes being cute, and then that was it.
Yeah, we need more Seth. I want to say the actor.
When he walked in on Emily and Aaron standing too close, and he was just like, "I'll come back."
Right? Like, I'll be back later.
Because people always stand too close on TV, and nobody ever mentions it. So I was so happy that he did.
Agreed. And I want to say one of the show. Cal Penn is actually one of the show's producers.
Yeah, he's something.
I swear I've forgotten his name a few times. And now I can't figure out how to find that on Internet Movie Database, like who the producers are.
I don't know.
Is he in full
under his listing?
Cast. There we go. I swear I saw his name in the producer. Yeah, I know Kiefer Sutherland is.
Yeah, Kiefer's paying for his own job.
Yeah, Kiefer's like, I like this script. I want it to go through.
Good though. I like when the actors produce the shows because they are more invested in the characters than would be making the show a lot of times.
Yes.
Like, NCIS started going off the rails after a couple seasons, and the actors turned into producers so they could save their characters.
Okay, apparently Cal Penn is a consultant on the show. Whatever what he consults on. Yeah, what are you consulting on, dude? Can you tell us this?
He consults on, like how Sherlock consults. He solves crimes.
Yeah.
Let's see. But now we found out that Slimy Old McLeish is a war criminal.
Oh my god, I know. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, and he actually is directly connected to the guy who actually did all these crimes that everybody else is being forced to take credit for.
Right? And it's like, dude, I knew McLeish was dirty.
I did not think he was that dirty.
No, I didn't either, but I knew he was dirty. I knew it.
But when they were interviewing everybody, and it was just this like intercut with the different people, and they were all saying exactly the same thing, I was like, yeah, this is a script. They decided what to say.
Yeah.
And also, as soon as they did that, I was like,
sign, like non-disclosure. Yeah. They probably all had to sign a non-disclosure or we're going to kill you type thing or kill your loved ones. And then she's like, I got one more person to interview. And then she gets there to interview him and he's dead.
Yeah. Mysteriously dead.
Yeah. And again, another mysterious death because they said he re-upped. He re-signed up into the army and he died overseas. Without telling his wife. That just strikes all sorts of suspicious bells for me.
And they made a point that he loved his job, but nobody knew that he loved it that much because he never talked about it, which is also suspicious.
Like, if you love your job, you tell people about it all the time. Like, dude, I totally love my job. Oh my god, I love going overseas and shooting guns.
Or whatever.
Yeah. So,
but
then
did she actually love it, or did she just assume that when she got his Foot Locker?
Yeah.
But it's all very.
Yeah, it's like I just like repeatedly wrote the words "Ugh, McLeish, I don't like him." And we get to the point where the WikiLeaks guy, he's like, "Hey, I can save Emily. I had to make her look bad to get your attention."
Yeah, poor Emily though.
Yeah, poor Emily. She almost lost her job because of this douchebag.
I mean, it forced Aaron to actually ask her out instead of just standing next to her and memorizing her coffee order. But
yes, oh god, that was so cute at the beginning. She's like, "You remember my coffee order?" Oh, it was easy.
It's too weird to not be easy. Except that it's like really close to how I drink my coffee, so.
I don't drink coffee, so.
I don't either, but sometimes when I'm out with my sister, because she does drink coffee, we'll go to the coffee shop or something.
With coffee, yeah. They sell coffee at these places. I don't know. And as y'all can tell, I lied. My hair is still very green tonight. We didn't get around to stripping it this week. Hello. Maybe before we come back from hiatus. And then they send in internal investigations, and Chuck is up shit creek because he got. Yeah, it's that guy again. The same guy. And that guy, yeah.
He's gonna turn out to be a creep. He's gonna be on the bad side because the last 4 shows I've seen him in, he's turned out to be a bad guy.
Yes.
It would be nice if he does it in the show where everybody turns out to be bad. That would be a nice twist.
Okay, there. Hair, stay out of my face. Thank you.
He always turns out to be the bad guy.
Right, he does. And then the whole reason, oh, wait. The big reveal. Catimus. No, that's Supergirl.
Cannabis.
Cannabis. There we go. Anyway.
His name.
Rose McLeish.
Cannabis.
Cannibals. I don't know. But he knew McLeish. They were on the same team. Yeah, Camel Toe. There, that works too. They were on the same team over in Iraq. So
yeah. So like, are the two of them actually the core of this thing?
Yeah.
Or is there another group that's like war crimes against them to get them to do what they want them to do?
Right. Exactly.
But if that's the case, then they should look out for those 8 other people that Hannah interviewed.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, how did they get by the silence of these other people? And then the Chuck interviewed people too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Which they didn't show him. I wanted to see him in the field, which was probably super awkward.
It would have been so super adorable. So then the WikiLeaks guy.
Time for Chuck.
Yeah, more. We want more screen time for Chuck next in January or whenever it comes back.
More Chuck.
We find out that the whole reason WikiLeaks guy like gave up his whole life was because he lost his wife, which was like super sad and all that. And McLeish comes in and talks to Kirkman about Hannah, like, dude, I'm like thinking this girl is not as okay as everyone says she is because she was really close to the guy who killed Nasir. And I'm like, I literally wrote, oh, fuck you, McLeish.
Right. He like totally threw her under the bus right there.
He did.
That was just like flat out bus throwing.
It was just like, whoop, gets hit by every wheel.
It's like, I feel like Kirkman is starting to put stuff together. Like, he doesn't know why people would be doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know that it makes no sense that these 2 or 3 things would just suddenly happen out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then McLeish is just like, hey, what about that
one chick, Anna?
Who seems smart.
Yeah, she knows some. So I mean, she seems like she was really close to Jason, so we better keep an eye on her.
We better watch out for her because it's totally not me. It's definitely her you need to look out for.
Oops. I dropped something. But yeah, and then we have Hannah, who's rushing to the White House to tell McKirkman that, oh my God, this guy, the evil Cataline guy, worked with McLeish, and McLeish is not this good person we think he is, and all this, and then she gets T-boned.
She gets T-boned because, of course,
cliche on television when a person is in a hurry to get somewhere, they get hit by a bus or a truck or another car.
Always.
It's just so predictable. In you, Designated Survivor, for using that predictability, because it would have been like, okay, she's rushing, and maybe she could have gotten in an accident on her own instead of getting smacked. That would have been a little more believable.
Or they could have done it in such a way where she was driven into an accident, but it still looked like she got into it on her own. They could have been cleaner about it.
Yes, exactly.
It's a giant conspiracy. They can do stuff.
So then, we have Kirkman and Mike in the Oval Office, or whatever room that was. I couldn't tell. And they open up the file, and holy shit, the USA is the one who came up with how to blow up the Capitol.
Exactly how, down to which munitions to use, even.
What munitions, where to put the bombs.
Kirkman went straight to, oh no, someone sold whatever his name was, the plans. But my brain went right to, well, it must have been someone on the inside who blamed the Nassar.
Yeah, whatever his name was. See, now I would have been okay with this being the mid-season.
To be inside job.
This week would have been the perfect mid-season finale. So it's like, oh, what are they going to do next week? Or, it looks like they're going to set it up to make it look like somebody gets shot at the end of the episode.
That's lame though. That's so cliched. How many of our cliffhangers already this month are like, who got shot?
It's
I'm waiting on that very question on Blind Spot, which was like the first of my shows to go off for the season.
Yeah.
Okay, full 2 weeks before everything else.
With Designated Survivor. Yay!
Finally! There's so much that has happened.
Oh my God, and I think we covered it all quite well.
But there's so much that we could do once a month, like just a Designated Survivor show. Like, there's so much.
We probably could, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for Designated Survivor. There is an episode next week, and there's also episodes of Frequency and Aftermath next week. But I mean, we could do
our Tuesday show.
Well, no, because Designated Survivor, Aftermath, and Frequency all air after that.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, those are all during or after when we do our show.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna probably skip this Tuesday, aren't we? Unless we can come up with something to talk about, which we can discuss at the end of the show. So
we can't. Let's do that later.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out either later this evening or tomorrow when we're both a little more coherent. Okay, so first show of the week was The Flash. And I was really glad after the invasion storyline that we didn't get back to Cisco blaming Barry for his brother's death. I was really glad that he kind of seems to have moved on for that. But, I still feel for Cisco. I still don't think he should be over his brother's death. But, he can't really blame Barry for it.
Well, he's obviously not over it because Savitar, the lame-o
The Lambo thing. That's okay.
So
I have literally renamed this season of The Flash Draco Malfoy and the Philosopher's Stone.
Dude, right? Like, the second he said, like, it's called the Philosopher's Stone, I don't even know what else happened.
I literally just like went, really? You
is Harry Potter gonna come together?
I know, where's Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson now?
If you rearrange the letters of Savitar, does it spell I am Lord Voldemort? Because
right. I know. I literally paused it and I went down to Barbara's room and I said I have renamed the Flash Draco Malfoy and the Philosopher's Stone, and she's like, what? And I had to explain it all to her because she doesn't watch Flash, and she's like, oh, they do that. I'm like, I don't know.
There must and they didn't even make a joke about it or anything. So the only thing I can think of is that in this world, the Harry Potter books don't exist. Has Cisco ever dropped a Harry Potter joke?
Cisco has dropped a Harry Potter joke. Cisco has worn Harry Potter shirt. Yeah, so I'm so disappointed in Cisco. Cisco, dude.
You dropped the ball, Cisco.
This was a very good Julian informative episode, and it made me really happy.
Yes, it was,
because Julian's character
really good for
is
Julian.
He
was so good.
I like Julian. I want Julian to stay, and that's not just my former fangirling over Draco Malfoy speaking. I really love Tom Felton as an actor, and I really like his portrayal of Julian.
I just wish that Savitar was less stupid. He looks like
I know. He looks like a rejected transformer.
He looks like a miniature Megatron. Like,
yes. Oh my god! I was thinking the same thing.
If you get fast enough, you grow armor like a freaking Nazgul-handed transformer. Like, that's what you turn into. Like, why? Why is he giant, clunky, metallic if he's supposed to be made of speed?
Right.
Also, what's the point of being a speed god if no one has ever heard of you, and also no one can see you without a box and a mind-controlled lackey? Like,
yeah, exactly. Or if you have the Speed Force like Barry and Jay. And I was so happy to see Jay again. I love Jay Garrick.
I love Jay.
Yeah. He's just like, of course, Mark Hamill's appearance as the trickster. Always gold. Always gold.
That was so great. I'm pretty sure that Earth 3 is like the Golden Age comics, still happening. I want a whole episode on Earth 3. I want a whole episode periodically on all the different Earths for no other reason than to just be on the other Earth.
Once a season, give us a view of the other Earth and how it works every day. You know,
it doesn't even need our main characters. Just give me Wells and Jesse episode on Earth 2 with
Jay Garrick running around and of that version of the trickster. That was great. That was great. I have this. That sounds like me when I don't have it.
That was great.
But yeah, no, I love. What was it? I was watching, I think it was season 2 of The Flash. I was catching up on it on Netflix. It could have been season 1. I was that far behind at one point. And the trickster shows up and he's talking to his son, and he literally goes, "I am your father." And I'm like, yes, thank you, Mark Hamill.
I freaking died when that was new.
Mark Hamill came on there and he goes, if I am playing this character, if I am telling this other character that he's my son, I am doing the iconic "I am your father" line. He has been waiting to do that all his life.
When he first showed up on the thing, there was a meme going around that was you either die young a hero or you live long enough to see yourself a villain. And it was Luke Skywalker and the trickster.
It's great. And it's hilarious. And he plays the trickster on The Flash, but he's also the Joker in the Batman cartoons.
I know. And he's good at it. He's one of the best Jokers.
Yeah, he is the best Joker.
He's like everybody's favorite uncle.
And then like Jay's like, you're out of ammo, and he's like, I'm not out of bombs, and he handcuffs it, and they're handcuffed together, and Jay's like, oh, and then the Flash shows up, and he goes, I think the Flash hit me too hard, I'm seeing double.
But then he's like, oh and Barry's like, look, I love your campy thing, but we got a job to do, so.
Yeah, like, we gotta go. Let's go.
And then Jay is just all casual, like, Jay is all casually like, oh yeah, that's in Speed Lore, and I'm like, where the hell is Speed Lore?
What is Speed Lore? Can I have the book, please?
Getting his memos?
Yeah. Dude, I texted all this to you.
Barry don't know crap about Speed Lore. And Wally and Jesse are even newer. They don't know anything about Speed Lore.
They don't know shit. Yeah, they don't know shit.
To your brain.
So then Barry brings Jay back to Earth 1 this time. And I'm sorry, I'm still struggling to like HR. I don't like HR. He drives me nuts. It's like the actor's trying too hard.
I think the character's trying too hard. Like, he's a disaster, and he knows he is.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, that is the best he has ever been.
Yes, that I liked him drunk. That was great.
They need to just always have booze on hand and just let him be drunk all the time.
Whenever he gets annoying, they can just shove a drink in his hand. Like, here, drink this.
It'd be great. That was brilliant.
That was like the best that character has been. And like the only time I liked him. And I know I'm getting the feeling he's not going to be a bad guy because revealed to us that alchemy was Julian, so alchemy can't be HR. And I very highly doubt they're going to pull the evil Wells shit again. That would just be
not again.
Yeah, so let's hope to God that somehow HR is Savitar.
If they have a fourth Wells next season, he'll be evil again.
Yeah, it's time for an evil Wells.
Because evil Wells doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
It's with his drumsticks.
Right? I still want to see the steampunk Wells. I still need to see more steampunk Wells. That was awesome.
Voting for steampunk Wells or drunk Old West Wells. That would have been great.
Yes.
Still rooting for all the Wells in one room. That would be brilliant.
Yes, I am going to continue shipping Caitlin and Cisco because that was like my original ship for the series. But I'm kind of feeling it between Julian and Caitlin now.
Julian has really good chemistry with everyone. I'm like half shipping him with Barry. Like,
yeah, I can do that too. I could get down with that. I could read some of that.
They went out for drinks that one time.
They went and had drinks. I could have gotten a little drunk. They could have gone home and gotten a little hamsy. You never know. You never know.
I mean,
you never know. But yeah, this episode was very good for Julian. We found out that his sister died and the Avatar got to him, which then leads us to Cisco being his brother Dante showing up like, hey, I'm here, open the box and I can be with you forever.
That wasn't creepy or anything.
That wasn't creepy at all. We can be together forever.
How close were you two in this alternate reality?
Yes, they drank a whole bottle of whiskey together. Who knows?
It's alarming.
Oh my God.
Like, I was so sad that starting to deal with it and Savitar had to go and use that against him.
Yeah, that really, like, I love Cisco's character. He's just such a fun little character, and I adore him, and I adore the actor. They did such a good job casting Cisco.
Me too.
For some reason, I am very itchy tonight.
But I hope he can. I hope he can get a break too. Like everybody on all my shows by mid-season just needs a break.
Yes, they really need a break, and I kind of liked that. It looks like accepting her powers there at the end of the episode, with where she goes to the window and gives them their white Christmas. That felt like a step towards acceptance. Nice. I liked that. Thank you.
And she didn't automatically turn evil. She didn't start killing her friends just because she wanted to give them some snow.
Yeah, no, she's like, I can handle this. And she, you know, and it gave them snow. And I liked that. I'm really hoping they continue that theme when we come back after the mid-season.
Yeah, as soon as they showed Killer Frost the first time, I was like, they better not make Caitlyn evil.
No, I know.
If they're gonna do the evil storyline, I really hope it's not evil. It's her battling that and winning. That's what I want.
Yes, exactly. I cannot see Caitlyn evil because, you know, because that version of Caitlyn, the Killer Frost version of Caitlyn, had lost a sibling and much disowned her before she even got her powers, and it's just sad.
Yeah, like she was a much rougher person.
Mm-hmm. Where, yes, Caitlyn's had it rough. She lost her dad, and her mom's kind of not all there. But it's obvious her mom does care in her own weird way.
Yeah, she just can't connect to people.
Yeah.
But, like, also, I hate when our good characters turn bad and then are just bad. Like,
yeah, there's no conflict, and even in the Caitlyn episode, there was conflict for her.
Yeah, like in any of my shows, the main character turns bad. They have to do a redemption arc and bring him back, because otherwise, it's just like it's a waste of all the good that they had beforehand.
Right.
And I would prefer if it was faster rather than slower, because like 10 years ago it would have been a whole season, but now it doesn't need to be. It can be like 3 episodes.
Yeah, it can be a 3-episode arc and we can move on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's and I loved it at the end when they're all like, well, I'm just bah humbug. I don't want to do Christmas. And Wells like, no, come on, you need to celebrate Christmas. That was it. There was the one moment HR was good, besides when he was drunk here a few minutes later. But I love that, you know, Caitlyn goes after Julie, and she's like, come, nobody should be alone after what you've been through. Come celebrate Christmas with us. And he's like, I prefer to be alone on Christmas. And he leaves. And then he shows up dressed up so dapper, and it's so cute. And I'm like...
And he shows up like 10 minutes later. Like, he must have like barely got home.
Yeah, he's like, I went home and changed and then came over. He was going to come all along. That's what I say. He was going to come all along. And I want him
cheerful.
And you know, it's like, he's nice. Like, I don't like to be alone on Christmas. Being alone on Christmas is just a little too lonely. And then he followed Caitlyn around. I'm sorry, I see it. I see he has a thing for Caitlyn already.
Well, she's cute.
She is, even with her powers and almost freezing his arm off. And then giving Barry his job back, like. Not that he often works anyways.
Yeah, like when
he got Barry his job
actually back. At work. Like
dude, very, very rarely works.
Man, if I had super speed, I would be the biggest procrastinator. Like, I would just never do anything until the literal last minute.
Be like, oh shit, they're coming through the door. Everything's done.
He's just gonna be like rolling out of bed 2 seconds before he's supposed to be at work.
You know, nonchalantly on the couch. Yeah, I did this. I cleaned the house hours ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hours ago. I didn't just do it 2 seconds. I did this hours ago.
That thing that's wobbling, that was always wobbling.
That always wobbles. We live in California, dudes. It's an earthquake.
It's totally, it just does that. That's what it looks like. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Flash was a very good mid-season finale. We currently have Savitar lost in the Speed Force, but somehow, obviously, he's going to get back out. And spoiler alert, which we didn't give you at the beginning of the show. Oops.
Oops.
Supposedly 6 months from where we're at right now, which I'm assuming is going to take us to the end of season 3, we are going to see the death of Iris West.
Which is why the newspaper changed in the Wells Chamber.
Yep.
Speaking of, the Wells Chamber is Gideon. And
yes,
all the other AIs that we've heard of in Legends have different names. So is it literally the same Gideon?
Yes. I don't know. I think so. I think it's somehow the same Gideon from like way up into the future.
Yeah.
That was obviously removed from Rick Hunter's time ship, and that the fake Wells Eobin Thrawn took. And I will discuss that show in a minute.
He's still literally running around, so
he's still out there with Damien Dark and Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
I wasn't
okay, so
expecting Merlin.
No, I wasn't either. A quick rehash of Arrow, since you don't watch Arrow, I'll just do this super quick. The new Black Canary ended up being evil, and she's working with the Prometheus dude to get Oliver back for killing what we think is Prometheus's father. Let's see what else happened.
Black Canary just can't win.
What's his
no matter who is
No,
Black
she
Canary.
can't. No, she can't. She can't. What's his name? Curtis's husband found out that Curtis is fighting crime and pretty much told Curtis it's either me or you continue being a vigilante. And Curtis didn't make a decision fast enough, literally 6 hours later, and his husband left.
So now he's gonna have to be a vigilante too, so they can do it together.
Right? They killed off Felicity's new boyfriend, and they tried to make it look like Oliver did it. Prometheus kidnapped the boyfriend and dressed him up as Prometheus, and then taped a voice box to his chest and set him loose, and he was walking towards Oliver, and Oliver shot him with his arrows, killing him. And Oliver had to go back and tell Felicity, I accidentally killed your boyfriend. And Felicity was surprisingly upset. Yes. Oh my God, you killed my boyfriend. But she didn't blame Oliver. Boom. Well, I was in shock.
Well, see, if the show was reasonable, you wouldn't have been in shock. But normally they're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But so I was like literally in shock.
If anyone would believe that it's not Oliver's fault, it should be her.
Great. Let's see what else. And then at the very end of the episode, there wasn't like a lot for the mid-season finale. I feel like they only did this last episode after the invasion arc, just for this big jump. We have Oliver walk into the Arrow Cave at the end of the episode, and there is someone standing in front of all the uniforms, and he's like, who are you? And they turn around, and it is Laurel Lance, back from the dead.
What? How? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. That was the end of the episode.
But
that was the end of the episode.
Laurel is such a bleh.
You know, I really have not ever liked Laurel. Sorry, Laurel fans. I'm not like super hyped to have her back if she is back permanently.
The writers,
or if she's just gonna be like
the 3 seasons that I watched, the writers were so inconsistent about her. It took her forever to get to be the Black Canary, and then so hard, but she was not getting better, and a lot of times she was getting worse, and I'm just like, is she good at this or not? Just make up your mind.
Right. So that was Arrow. That was the extent of Arrow, and I'm really upset that they kind of turned the new female character evil. But I'm kind of wondering if she's gonna stay evil, because they kind of think that the Prometheus guy kind of turned her against them, and she may come back to the side of the light. once she realizes that Prometheus isn't the good guy she thinks he is.
And they do like to one's friends against each other on that show.
Yeah, super do.
Like they really do.
Yeah, that's it for Arrow.
But like I said before we started filming, watching their episode of the crossover reminded me why I stopped watching.
That was like the weakest. I still stand by it. That was the weakest episode of their crossover. Like they didn't even have any
because
of the other characters really.
None of this stuff would exist without Arrow, but Arrow is such a disaster.
I know. It's like they're struggling, and I feel bad. And I know, according to a couple things I've read, it's only got like a season or 2 left on it. So,
well, like last season, before everything for this season was written, they were talking about how Flashpoint was going to change everything, and it would be a good way to like reboot stuff. Only did that for
Flash.
They were like, oh, you have a son now, but that's the only change in Arrow.
Well, unless Laurel not being dead is a big change from Flashpoint. They did say everything was going to change, so maybe.
I suppose, but like, then he wouldn't be surprised, though, would he?
Unless that doesn't, like, maybe somehow they thought she was dead, but she wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, that was Arrow for you. I will continue watching it every week and do my best to give you guys some sort of a review. I'm not the happiest Arrow fan, so. All you Arrow lovers can send me your hate mail. I don't care. On to the show that pissed me off the most this week.
What?
Oh yeah, my God. Len. That was such a sellout. I was so mad about that. All in all, the episode was good.
I am so not surprised. Like, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. Like, that's really actually what. It was sort of what I was expecting. Like, he couldn't possibly have actually just been back.
I kept hoping that somehow they were going to show it that Eva Thrawn was like running him in and out of the room or something just to fuck with Mick. But he knew too much about the mission. So it's like, this is it. I knew by like the second time we saw him, it was all in Mick's head.
Yeah.
But then like, I go back to my theory.
Sad. The way he was talking, like,
yeah,
totally on board with the whole team thing by the end of last season, and he's either a time ghost haunting Mick, who's changed his mind, fighting against the idea of joining the team.
Right? He's like, I am a ghost of time, and I
has
really
some major issues.
But I am really pissed. He's a fucking poltergeist, is what he is.
He's a time ghost.
It's like I'm very disappointed because they said he's supposed to show up on Arrow this season. He's also supposed to show up because he's already done his Flash appearance, unless he's supposed to show up on Flash again. So I'm really strongly wondering: is he a time ghost, and that's how he's going to show up on Supergirl?
See,
he's supposed to be on all 4 shows this season.
Time Ghost would be a great story because right now it looks like Mick is crazy, but maybe Mick's not crazy at all.
Yeah, maybe Len kind of lost his mind being a time ghost. Maybe he's not like, he got blown up and, his mind might be scrambled a bit, and which is why he's acting like, being a hero isn't all it's cracked up to be, because he's like half remembering how he was.
Maybe he's actually just honestly mad because he died. Like,
yeah, like I'd be pissed too if I died.
I could handle a time ghost story, and if it's not a time ghost story, I hope that it'll go around towards Mick going to save him from the explosion, because to the fact that Mick knows how to fly time machines, like he spent. Yeah. Whole lifetime as Kronos, he knows how this stuff works. And just because he's not doing it doesn't mean he doesn't know how.
Yeah. And he has flown the ship a couple of times this season already.
Yeah. So, like, sooner or later, And I'm hoping that whether it's time ghost or mental problems, it goes around to him going back to save his friend. Because for the longest time, Len was his only friend.
Yeah.
And he's still
and like
the
just
only
a few
one
episodes, he's like, I lost my only friend. He's like, I lost my only friend, and you're reminding me of him. And he's like, I can't even talk about feelings. And it's like, Mick, come here, I need to hug you. I need to hug you. I need to hug Mick. I need to hug Mick so bad. It hurts. It hurts.
And he needs hugs. Except when he got one, he didn't know what to do with it.
I know, his eyes were like.
It was so great. He was being all like cheeky and cute, and then she didn't get mad or anything, and she just hugged him, and he was just like, ugh, what?
He's like, why are you hugging me? It hurts. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that should just I'm really hoping that the DC writers for the TV shows are being smart, and they're doing the right thing with Len's character, and Mick isn't just going crazy, because how else is Len gonna go show up on Arrow and Supergirl? Because, like, I don't know. I need it to be like, maybe Supergirl gets to cross over again because Len shows up with her, and he's like, you gotta do something here. I'm trying to get through to my best friend. Go help her, because she can travel now. She can come back to our Earth.
It's true.
And she can go and be like, dude, he's not dead. He's kind of stuck in time. We need to go save his ass.
She can be like, there's this guy, I don't know who he is, but he's bothering me and telling me to go find you. So
yeah, I have to come find you, Mick, please, and save him. So let's go.
Oh, you know, Mick would be thrilled to death if Supergirl did call him.
Oh my God, yes! I need that to happen. I might have to write a fan fiction just for the fuck of it, because if DC screws up this season, I will have written a fan fiction before they screwed everything up. So there we go.
It's true.
I might have an idea for a fan fiction now. Oops.
I'm all here for Vixen and Mick though. Like,
oh my God, even Barbara's getting in on that. She's like, yeah, I think she's kind of cute. I can deal with that
because they work together. She doesn't belittle him like even his so-called other friends do.
Everyone else.
Nick and Ray, or his name's
Ray
not
is
Nick.
like
Nate and Ray were being dicks this episode.
This episode, what was like? Did they both take a good hit on the head during the invasion storyline or something? Because they were totally out of character this week.
They were acting like 11-year-old morons.
They were, and then it was like
they were being mean. Like neither
both
of them has been
were being mean
before.
to Mick, and I was just like, I'm gonna smack you boys.
I know they need it.
If anyone on the DC writing staff listens to this, which I doubt, but hey, who knows? You never know, right? Seriously, please, I am begging you, stop calling Mick stupid. Because he is not stupid. And this is not me just fanboying over Dominic Purcell and how smart Dominic Purcell is. You guys wrote him smart on The Flash. He fucking made the heat gun better than what Cisco built. You guys are downgrading a character that you made smarter than he was.
And he's not stupid on this show either. Just everyone keeps saying he is.
Because he's the big meathead.
Like, he's the tank and all, but he's twice as old as he was when they recruited him.
Right.
He has a whole other lifetime of experience now.
Yeah, it's like, come on, people, use this knowledge that he has and, get with the program.
And he's been working through his problems off to the side, and no one has been noticing.
Without any help from anyone except for Amaya.
Yeah.
Seems to have noticed that he's having any issues at all.
But she's wearing off on him too, though, or he's wearing off on her. And she's being a little bit bad. She stole him booze.
Yeah, and it's so cute. I love it. I ship it. I will ship it. I will. I'll ship it.
He saved her from the speedster.
He did. Which was awesome, and I loved it.
It was great. Like, I would be perfectly happy with just a whole episode of just the two of them at this point, because
I'm kind of getting sick of everybody else. Stein's pissing me off. Sarah may be pissing me off if what, yeah, I don't know. Sarah just keeps going back and forth on.
She doesn't really have a story of her own right now.
Yeah, and then Nate and Ray just pissed me off this last week.
Yeah, Nate and
so
Ray
hopefully
were not.
They'll be back.
They were not good.
They were really out of character this last week. It really bothered me because Nate and Ray, I actually have liked them. I've always liked Ray. Ray.
I like both of them, and like they're supposed to be the cheerful puppy doggy cute ones, not the ones who are being mean to people and picking on each other.
Right, and they made comments about Mick being stupid, and I'm like, okay.
And they made fun of Sarah when she told them to cool it.
I'm like, did they hit their heads or something? What the fuck was up this week? It was really bothersome.
I really love Jax referring to it as my cargo bay, though. Like, I like him taking ownership of the ship.
That's exactly what they were acting like. They were acting like two fucking idiot brothers. Trying to one-up each other through the whole episode. That's what it was. And Sarah called it. She just said, "Be happy you're an only child."
But like, no one did anything about it. They were.
Yeah, somebody needed to smack some sense.
Last time they were fighting in the cargo bay, they
tore a hole in the ship. Yeah. So it's like somebody needs to sit those two down and smack some sense into them or something. I don't know.
I didn't like them, but
no, and I was very unhappy with the casting of Al Capone. I don't know. I just didn't. The actor was good. He was too baby faced.
I'm pretty sure that I have seen that kid somewhere before, but I can't remember where. And I say kid for someone who's probably like my age, but like.
All right, let's find out what he's been in before. I'm gonna look. Give me a second.
Super familiar to me.
Shut up, computer. I think my computer might have froze. Shit. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still broadcasting. As long as it freezes broadcasting, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get Twitter up and running here really quick. Come here, Twitter. Yeah, it is froze, so I probably only got a few seconds here. Come on. Go faster, Twitter. It's being slow as hell, as usual. Oh, but
I would totally just watch the Mick and Amaya show right now because
seriously, they're the two best characters this season, and it's like hilarious. Is like I've said this before. I literally turned into Legends of Tomorrow for Wentworth Miller. I was staying for the rest of the cast this season.
Like, I used to like Stein, but I'm on board with you, and he's being really annoying.
Yeah, and then his whole, I can't tell Sarah about my daughter or they'll erase her from history. Your daughter didn't exist until 4 episodes ago, dude.
And now that she does exist, like, they don't have to go back and kill her or something. They just have to take her out of time so that her existence... And I mean, the team could use another girl.
Second, we're going to do a double screen.
Okay.
This works.
But like the team could use another girl. Just join her to the team. She can't change anything if she's not in the timeline.
Right? Come on. Come on, thing. It's trying to join the call. We're trying. Yeah, double screen. It just says trying. It's not going through. Come on.
If she did join the team, her and Nate can hook up, and then he'll stop climbing all over Ray, and then they'll stop being annoying.
We can.
You're gone. You're gone. You want to come back? Ooh. Whew. How long do we think it'll be before she fixes it this time? How long this time? You're back.
I did that quickly. Okay. Stop. No, you did not. Stop it. What are you doing? Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay, hold on. Okay, fixed it. The cord from my what's it called, was hitting the screen. My headphones.
Your tablet picks up so much more light in that room than your laptop does.
Like, I look like a completely different person now. It's like, hey, look at my funky ass hair. But yeah, they need to slap Ray and Nate around. Seriously.
Yeah, they really do.
Let's see.
It was cool or an episode or so ago when they were just nerding out on stuff together, but now they're just being annoying and out of character.
They're being teenage boys, and it's annoying. That's not what I'm in for.
And they're mean. I didn't like them being mean. Oh, did I lose you again? There you are.
We've covered everything. I didn't like I said, I did not like the actor that played Al Capone. I don't know what it was, but he really bothered me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just bothered me.
The only other note that I had was Mick and Amaya being Bonnie and Clyde is funny because on Timeless they were also dealing with Bonnie and Clyde this week.
Yeah.
It's like Bonnie and Clyde Time Traveler Week is what it is.
It was great. Yes, I can see this. I am totally down for Mick and Amaya like every week, no matter what.
Well, like, it started out where she was just getting stuck with him because she was the new person and he's the one that needs supervision.
I know, which makes
but now it's like
much more knowledge than everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't need supervision. It's just nobody takes him seriously.
Exactly, yeah.
Like Sarah should be catching on though because she's a good captain. She knows the strengths and weaknesses of her team.
Exactly, and it's like it's really bothering me that she seems to like shove Mick off on him. I don't have to worry about him anymore. And I'm like, Mick is the one you should be worrying the most about because he's obviously struggling with Len's death, and absolutely nobody seems to give a shit about Len's death, and that really pisses me off right there.
I know, like not even Sarah, who kissed him right before he died, and they had like that whole freezing in the cargo bay cuddling scene before that.
Yeah. Only mention Len has gotten about him dying this season alone is when Barry asks, so what happened to Snart? And they didn't even give us like the story of what happened. They just cut to, oh, well, he died a hero. And I'm like, really?
And that was Ray saying that. That wasn't even Mick or Sarah, which were the ones that he was previously closest to.
Yeah.
What about, I just remembered that last scene. What about Rip?
Oh yes. Oh, God. I was so confused by that. Because he's like, where did his accent go? What the fuck?
His accent was gone, and he had really bad hair, and he's making a movie about himself.
Right? It's like, did you lose your memory? I guess you're back from making that other show you were doing.
Oh my gosh, if he lost his memory, it would be so funny. There's like a whole storyline in Stargate where a guy was making the too close to Stargate because he didn't remember that he knew about the Stargate.
Oh no! But yeah, it'll be interesting nonetheless to see where they're going to go with that when we come back in a couple weeks. They're back the 20th of January.
I'm just glad that he's actually coming back and they're not like dicking us over about it. They're just like, yep, he's there. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they didn't like just say, oh, the character went to do a different show, which is why he wasn't on the first half of the season, is he had to finish his other show.
Yeah.
Can't remember what that's called.
I don't remember either. But I mean, scheduling must have been a bitch this season, because Wentworth is off. Dominic is also doing another show.
Yeah, but Wentworth and Dominic were both doing Prison Break.
Yeah, and then he's also Wentworth is also doing whatever other shows he's doing.
Yeah.
He had like 4 things he was doing that they announced at the end of last season.
I'll look at that in a second. I'm actually trying to find out who played Al Capone.
Babyface McGee.
Yeah, Babyface McGee, exactly. Al Capone. Isaac Keoghan. What have I seen before? You look familiar.
I feel like he was on something when he was a lot younger, and he just still has that lot younger face.
Face Point, Dark World, Fags After Dark. He hasn't really done much. His first role was in 2012, and everything else he's done like shorts, like movie shorts.
Well, then, see, IMDb needs the section at the bottom of everyone's profile that says you may be confusing them for, and then have people that look similar or have similar names.
I agree. That would be perfect.
They need that, because I'm constantly looking people up who look familiar and then finding out that I'm actually thinking of someone else.
Yeah. So he was doing The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Prison Break this year.
Yeah.
He is apparently in the next episode too, The Raiders of the Lost Art.
Art.
A-R-T, Art. Because they have him listed as being in the episode.
Maybe Amaya noticed that Mick was talking to somebody, so maybe soon.
Yeah.
In the next episode or the episode after that, and then that's when they find out that there's something actually going on.
Yeah.
Because it would be nice if they don't just assume that he's crazy. Scan him and find that he actually is getting time ghosted or something. What about that comment about Gideon can heal brain damage, but it takes a while?
And then they're like, well, that was Nate. That was Nate's comment, yes.
Yeah. And then, but then Gideon was like, how do you know I haven't? Like, was that just Gideon being naughty, or has she actually been changing his brain when he's not looking?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I feel about that. That was like a one-off thing trying to be cute. But if it's real, Twitter has been messing with Mick's brain.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he was super traumatized multiple times last season, so maybe he needed it. Maybe it's like future therapy. And on it.
Right. Oh. I don't know. All right. So I think we've covered everything, though.
Yeah, I think that's all my notes.
That's all. Not that I really made any this week. I just remembered everything about every episode somehow. So, I guess we can wrap tonight. I was only gone for like 2 seconds this week. I did good. All right. So, are we going to do a show on Tuesday just so we can let those lovely fans of ours, the two of them, know?
We have 6 subscribers.
Oh, I'm sorry, all 6 of you. You're awesome. Keep it friends. We promise we'll get our act together eventually.
Well, our shows that we would talk about on Tuesday won't have aired yet on Tuesday, will they?
No, I have this last week's Aftermath, Lethal Weapon, Frequency still to talk about, though. I have episodes that I haven't even watched yet.
Oh, that's true. We can just do that.
Yeah, we can talk about those episodes, the mid-season finale of Lethal Weapon and all that. All the feels, because I saw the words on Twitter, there are so many feels this week for Lethal Weapon.
Oh my god, it is made of feels.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
I mean, it's a Christmas episode,
I'm gonna die.
It damn well better be fairy feels. There's some really interesting new storylines I want to talk about, so...
Ooh, okay, so yes. So we'll see you on Tuesday night at our usual time and usual channel. Haha, professional fangirl. I don't know. Where we will discuss the finale of Lethal Weapon, Frequency, and Aftermath, which neither of them are mid-season finale, and they will continue on till the 20th and 20-something of December. But we will.
But those are gonna have to wait probably.
Back after the holidays.
Yeah, and at some point before our shows come back, we're probably gonna scattered episodes of just random stuff.
Yeah, because I know we want to do a Star Wars episode after Rogue One comes out. We need to have an episode where we talk about Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Maybe do an episode on like being an author, because you're published. I'm on the way to being published. I'm going to say through the holidays right now, Tuesday nights are going to be the easiest night for me to do those.
Okay.
Both Christmas and New Year's Eve are on Saturdays this year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be very drunk and hungover on New Year's Day, so there will be no show.
Gonna be drunk over.
Drunk over. That is exactly right. Drunk over.
Drunk over. Okay, so,
right, so keep an eye on mine and Sam's Twitters. We will announce our first show probably sometime after Tuesday, after we've done our final regular week in review.
Yeah, and then we're going to skip Christmas week.
Yeah, we're just going to skip Christmas week or do a show the Tuesday after Christmas.
Yeah, the Tuesday after Christmas is the 27th.
The 19th is the day I'm leaving to go to house it, and they won't be it won't be till late at night, and I won't be back. I won't be able to do a show that night. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tuesday after is the 27th, so...
Okay, so we'll be back the 27th with probably like our Star Wars show, or maybe we can do Doctor Strange and do the Star Wars show the week after, the Tuesday after New Year's.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have January set up yet because my printer's still broken, but...
Okay. I will draw up a calendar or something.
I'm going to have to hand draw all my calendars like I'm working on a bullet journal video. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I hear you on that. All right. So we'll see you on Tuesday, folks, for Frequency, Lethal Weapon, and Aftermath. And I actually... Did I watch Aftermath yet? I did not watch Aftermath yet. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But yeah, we'll be back to 7 Pacific, 9...
10 Eastern.
9? Are you 10? 10 Eastern?
10 Eastern. We usually end right around 11:30 or midnight over here.
Yeah, so, all right. Well, that's the end of that chapter. We'll see you guys Tuesday night, all right? See y'all later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Just doing housekeeping. Bye.
That's why we're unprofessional.
It's true.
Bye.